Welcome to Drink Wine Be Crafty. I'm Megan. Today I'm going to show you how to do a couple of things that will help you make your work more clean, and I've had a lot of people ask about how to connect some of the letters, and with this I'm going to use my heart shape that I did on my last macrame video, and I'm going to connect some letters to it. So first let's start by talking about the back of your work. Obviously, with the technique that I do, it has a lot of crisscross, and then the ends need to be hidden. So I'm going to show you how I would hide the ends and have the back crisscross, but I'm also going to show you whenever I do a letter how to make it look very clean if you don't want the back to have this effect. But first, you'll need a yarn needle, and I have these kind of little pliers. I actually found these at the craft store. You usually use them for jewelry making, but to hide the ends, all you need to do is to this one's so short, I'm putting the needle through first, and then I'm going to thread the needle and just pull it through. You always want to skip the first loop. You don't want to put it right back in the first, so it would be the second loop, and then you just pull it through a couple and trim it. I'm sure depending on what kind of cord you use, it might not be as hard to pull it through, but the pliers are going to come in handy because it's really hard to pull this through. It's really tight, so it can be a little bit of work, and it does take some time, but in the end the result turns out really well. So I'm going to go through and show you a couple of these, and then we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you how to make the letters without having any crisscross and having it look extremely clean from the get-go. So this is the effect you will have once you have sewn in all of your ends and trimmed them, and then you may have to adjust the front a little bit because it might move it around, but not enough to where it's really makes a big difference. Just kind of move these around a little bit, even them back up. But now I'm going to show you guys how to do the letter I, and we're going to do that where it's completely clean from the start, and it is, I'm going to tell you now guys, a lot more work. It does take a lot more time. So I'm going to slide this over so I can get the eye in place. And I'm going to have to do the first row of the eye, and then once I start adding on color 2, I will show you how to do that. So here is where I would normally just pick back up color 1, bring it behind color 2 like this, but we don't want to do that because we want to hide that rope. So I'm going to turn this piece around so I can show you. And again, you'll need your yarn needle and probably your pliers because it's really difficult to get it through, but I'm going to show you. You'll need to put the yarn needle on your color 1, and what we're going to do is we're going to thread it through the back of color 2 here. So when you turn your work back around after you've threaded that, don't worry, it's gonna look like a mess, but it's easy to fix. It doesn't mess it up. And then you just want to pull it tight enough to where it touches, but if you pull it too tight, it'll kind of bow up. So sorry y'all, I don't have this sturdy enough. But yeah, just be careful not to pull it too tight, and then you're just going to continue again with the same pattern, color 1. But basically, instead of dropping and picking back up, you're threading it through color 2. So I will do some more of these and I will show you the final product. And here is the front of the final product, but let me show you the back. It looks really, really clean, and definitely if you're gonna sell something and you want it to look nice, I think that it's the way to go if you want to put in the extra work. If it's something that I was making for myself, then I would not put in that much effort for it, because it's so much. It took me a long time to get all that pulled through. But now I'm going to make the U, and then I'm going to show you how I connect them. Here are my 3 pieces. You can definitely do one continuous piece, but the con to me with that is if you mess up, you have a lot of redoing and a lot to take out, versus if you mess up and you're doing them separately, it's not too hard. Here I should have put this row on the U on the end, because I already had 2 of the cream color connected to the heart, but I don't think that you can really tell, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. So what we're gonna do is we are going to you can use a separate piece of cord, or you can use the end of your cord, your remaining, if you have remaining cord, once your project's finished. But if you really look at it, it kind of pieces together really easily. And then we're gonna just sew these pieces together again using, with this one I have enough cord remaining on the heart that I can just use that cord. So I'm just gonna weave it in and out and sew it together. And after you finish doing that, just pull it through this top row a few times, or through a few loops, and then trim it. And on the other side, I did not have enough cord to use left over, so I'm just going to tie on an extra piece of cord. Now that we have the eye and the heart connected, this is what it looks like from the front, and you can move it around a little bit and get it in the right place, but I definitely feel that it looks like it's one continuous piece. Super happy with how this looks when it's connected. Now we just need to connect the heart and the U, and you guys can see the finished product. And here is our final product, and I hope that you guys like this. I've had a lot of requests on how to make it clean and how to connect these letters, so I hope that was clear and you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, be sure to comment, and I will see you next time.